What's up, guys? This is Rise, and the Ultra Remix Cup is here, and I have decided to spice things up from the get-go with Shadow Gliscor. It's honestly really solid, and if you're someone like me that doesn't have access to a lot of XL Pokemon or any XL Pokemon, Gliscor is a nice core breaker because there are a lot of Deoxys Defense XLs, there are a lot of Jellicent XLs, there are a lot of Stunfisk XLs, and Gliscor has a lot of play against all of them. So we're also running it with Aggron, and basically the strategy behind this team is if I don't see a fighter in the lead, I'm almost always switching into Snorlax. So we're hoping to catch fighters in the lead and then lure out the fighter with Snorlax, farm it down with Gliscor, and then once the fighter's out of the way, a lot of the time Aggron has a ton of play. So we completely farmed down the Skarmory with our Aggron. We've almost got 2 Stone Edges loaded. You cannot double up on Stone Edge since it's 55 energy. But Scrafty comes in. I'm going for a Stone Edge, and check this out. I thought I would definitely get to 2. I don't even get to 2, so I should have just gone for the Thunder. I come in, I throw a Night Slash. I think they swapped into something there. Yeah, they swapped into a Jelly. I'm farming up a little bit more energy, and then I'm switching because unless this is running Ice Beam, it has no moves that can threaten Snorlax. It does have Ice Beam, but luckily, since it's Hex, the fast moves are doing virtually nothing. So I'm perfectly comfortable just farming up a ton of energy, and that way I can just spam off moves against the Scrafty, and I should be okay. I was just using my Judgment. I knew he needed 4 or 5 more Hexes, and he wasn't going to get to another Ice Beam, so now I've got all this energy for the Scrafty. You could argue I should have gone for Superpowers here to give the Scrafty less farm. That probably would have been the better play, but I was thinking maybe I'd get to a 3rd Body Slam. Unfortunately, I didn't because he snuck in 2 counters, and I've got the Earthquake loaded, so that's why I stayed in before switching into Lax. So I had that Earthquake loaded and ready to go for the Jellyfish. And yeah, a nice win there. A pretty spicy team, right? No XLs. And like these games are at a high elo, 3370. So it's not like I'm just beating nothing wrong with whatever elo, but it's not like I'm beating people in rank 5, right? With this spicy team. This is like top of the leaderboards pretty much. So yeah, Aggron versus Mandibuzz. Good matchup for Aggron. Unfortunately, these Dark Pulses chip away, so I think I'm going to have to throw my energy eventually. Yeah, I have to throw eventually. Let's see if the Mandibuzz shields. They don't. They just let it go. So I'm probably going to get farmed down here. With Aggron, it's either like so dominant, right, in a matchup, or it's just like terrible. They come in with the Nidoqueen, and I'm thinking like, oh my god, are they going to Poison Jab me all the way down? It looks like they might try. It's going to be a lot of Poison Jabs. But they're going for it, and they successfully Poison Jab me all the way down. They've got 100 energy, I believe. Gliscor is going to resist the Poison Fangs. It's also going to resist Earth Power, so Nidoqueen can only hit me for resisted damage. So they're just going to spam a bunch of Poison Fangs at me. I'm not sure if I clicked the Night Slash there or not. I'm not sure why I wouldn't have. Okay, yep. CMP tie, it looked like. This should take out the They shield, and because they shield, I switch, and there's a Scrafty, and I'm like, oh my god. Am I going to lose this? I think I start shielding. Oh, they Acid Spray me. They Acid Spray me, but I get up to 2 moves. I'm going to bait here with Body Slam, because I figured they probably want to shield the first Superpower, right? So now I Superpower here to do more damage, and now I'm hoping that I can just and like I know I might get Acid Sprayed here, but I feel like I have to shield anyway, because if they foul play, I just lose. And luckily I'm able to barely Wing Attack down, and I have the Night Slash, and that game was looking a little bit scary with our Gliscor so low and the Scrafty to greet our Snorlax when it still had 2 shields. I had a game that was looking so good because I had a Nidoqueen lead and I Earthquaked it with shields up This was against Bopper, who's an excellent battler. And I Earthquaked, one-shot the Nidoqueen. And then in comes something else, and I basically took out that completely, but he didn't use any shields, and then there was a Scrafty for my Snorlax and Aggron, so I literally just quit. I just top-lefted because the game was over at that point. So that's why you almost always, if you do use this team, you have to switch into Snorlax unless you see the fighter in the lead. I love seeing Scrafty in the lead because it means my back two Pokemon are avoiding it. Fortunately for us, this Roserade did not go for any Leaf Storms, so we can actually take all these Weather Balls, and we're going to have a move, and we're going to have minimal farm for the Gallade. Stone Edge does almost half, then they switch into Ampharos, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I'm just going to come in with Gliscor, I believe. And this is one of those situations where I don't think there's really any point in me baiting. I was in a game against Wallower, which some of you guys may have seen. He's a popular YouTuber and streamer, amazing battler. And I threw the game on like 3 separate occasions because I was like, I wasn't really concentrating. I was doing something else. But I baited when there was no need to bait. Me baiting essentially like gave him a win con because it allowed him to preserve a shield. So I think this is another game where there was no need for me to bait with the Gliscor. Baiting would essentially just be risking. Whereas going straight Earthquake was the safe play because I was in a pretty commanding position, as you saw. So that was me recognizing in that situation there was no need for me to bait and just go straight for the Quake to get the shield. And if I get the shield with the Quake, then I've got Snorlax with 2 shields. All right, Ferrothorn. This is not a super comfortable matchup for really any of my Pokemon. Especially Aggron would struggle against this. Aggron typically struggles against other steel types, unless it's like a Skarmory, like a flying steel. But I'm going to shield 1 here. I doubt they're going to like bait me with anything there. I'm going to take this next one. Fortunately, I was able to get a shield on that first Night Slash bait. What am I going to do here? I'm going for it this time. This way, I know I'm either going to get both shields or get switch. Earthquake barely doesn't KO. They switch into Kingdra, and I wasn't sure what my better option was because, like, I think Snorlax would have been the better option here because Octazooka deals super effective, and Snorlax is going to outpace the Kingdra versus Aggron not so much. And I make a huge mistake, and I actually allow them to get to another Octazooka. So just really poor play by me there. Let's see if it would have mattered. What I also didn't want happening was potentially them having like something farm down my Aggron, like a Swampert, or well, they couldn't have a Swampert, but like a Politoed. And there ended up being a Dragalge in back. So yeah, if I had just thrown the move on Aggron, maybe I would have had a chance. Or if I had come in Snorlax against the Kingdra, I think I also would have had a chance. So just a misplay by me this game. Just not being focused or locked in enough, and just not using my energy wisely. So nice job by the opponent to steal this game away. You see how close we were to reaching that body slam, where if we get that body slam, I think we probably lick down everything else. So 3-1, and we're going up against Brown Baller in this next game. Gliscor into Jellicent. So once again, like, this is a solid matchup for Gliscor. If you get Bubble Beam baited, it's not great. But again, I have to switch out of this eventually. So I try to catch a move there. They throw anyway, so I'm expecting it's probably a Bubble Beam. And it is a Bubble Beam. In comes a Galvantula, which is not bad, because I know a Lunge isn't going to take me out, so I can potentially get a shield here. And also, when I see something that's not a fighter come in to greet my Snorlax, I'm like, oh, he must not have like a super hard answer for Aggron, because Like, he doesn't have a fighter. So I do get farmed there, which is unfortunate, but I can absorb this damage on Aggron easily. I figure he might even lunge because people just like to lunge for no reason. So he lunges me, it does like nothing. In comes the jelly, and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? What is going on here? Another bubble beam. It was too quick. I knew it was a bubble beam. In comes Ninetales, and I'm like, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. But I'm going for the Quake, and this will do a heck of a lot of damage if it lands. If not, oh, it lands. Boom. Earthquake. Big damage. Heavy damage, as Daniel Z likes to say. And he lets me get to a Night Slash. So Gliscor, basically countering the Ninetales. I think I shield once here because he's got so much energy. I didn't want to get like Dazzling Gleamed, you know? So at least even though I shielded a Weather Ball, I probably would have wanted to shield one of those anyway. In comes the Jelly. We're going to shield just to be safe, even though we know it's just a Bubble Beam. And we're going for the Stone Edge. I could have BM'd with the Thunder, I guess, but Stone Edge should be enough from that range. Stone Edge is a really good move. So you guys, that's something you guys can look up for me in the comments. What's more energy efficient, Stone Edge or Thunder, even if Thunder is super effective? Is that more energy efficient, or is it still Stone Edge? Because Stone Edge gets stab, and it's a better move, I believe, than Thunder. So I would think maybe if Thunder's super effective, it's probably more energy efficient, but it's probably pretty close. But you see, we go up to 3405 there. Crazy, 3400s. I've tanked like 100 points since then. Partially on purpose, partially not on purpose. Like, I'm not tanking games on purpose, but I'm in this weird spot, right, where I'm competitive. I want to go for number 1 on the leaderboard, but to be in the top like 10, especially like top 50, top 10, like the queue times are just horrendous to the point where like I can't stream, I can't find battles, to the point where like I'm just queuing up, searching for battles on the counter and like hovering over my phone, like waiting, like when is it gonna find something. So I kind of tanked a little bit just to be able to find matches a little bit faster. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Shadow Gliscor, it's legit good in this meta. It does have its weaknesses. Obviously, it's super weak to Abomasnow, and it's super weak to Alolan Ninetales. So it's got some pretty hard counters, but it also is very versatile and can hit a lot of things for super effective damage. Also, I don't think we saw any G-Fisk matchups there, but the Earthquake from a Shadow Gliscor does so much damage to G-Fisk. Does like 90% or something close to that. And also, obviously, it kind of walls G-Fisk, because G-Fisk can hit you for neutral Rock Slides, but 3 Rock Slides doesn't even KO because the Mud Shots don't do anything. They're double resisted. So really comfortable matchup against G-Fisk. Worst case scenario, you can go straight Earthquake and they can double shield and you'll get both shields in that matchup. Or if you're able to successfully bait, you could win that matchup even after taking both shields. So that's how dominant that matchup is. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, brief announcement, your boy was able to qualify for the Silph World Championships. I might put a little picture on the screen, so I'm pretty hyped about that. I took this Silph season like semi-seriously, if you want to call it that. Like, I tried to have fun with it, but like I made sure I played a good amount. I played 6 tournaments every month, which is like the amount of tournaments you can play that counts for your rank. So you can play as many as you could play 20 a month if you wanted, but I played 6 a month to maximize how high I could be ranked. And I mean, it paid off in the end because I was able to tie for the win in the continental preliminaries. So basically what that means is this Sunday I'll be competing in a tournament to potentially move myself into like the final 8 for the entire thing, the World Championship. But even if I lose on Sunday, I'll still have a place in the final 16 just based off of world ranking because I was top 4 in the North American region. So all that said, pretty hype stuff. Shadow Gliscor, try it out. Got some more Ultra Remix content coming soon. Hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for a few days off from posting. Just had various things going on, you know. with like family and work stuff. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I said that like 3 times already. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.